Direct or partial variation, true or false? Write the correct statement if false. Question 4. Explain if the following graphs represent direct variation or not. This particular graph, let me call this graph as A, right? And let me call this as B. It represents direct variation because our line goes through origin and it's a straight line. So this is direct variation. How about this? Here the straight line does not go through origin and therefore it is a partial variation. Okay, that is the basic. Now we need to explain from the following graphs whether this represents a direct variation or not. Okay, if you look at the graph, it does look like direct and it is a partial, no doubt about it. But how can you explain it, verify it? Well, let's try to do it, okay? Let's consider a few points on our graph. Let us say we have a point here, okay, and we have a point here, and we have a point here. What are the coordinates of these points? So coordinate of this point is 4 and 8. So let me write this as 4 and 8. How about this? This is 3 and 6. Let me write 3 and 6. Correct. How about this? This point is 2 and 4. We have to always write x coordinate first and then the y coordinate, right? Now from here, let's check the ratio of y to x. That means y over x is how much? Any coordinate ordered pair is written in the form of x and y, right? This is x value, that is a y value. What I'm trying to say is, in general, the points are x and y, right? So for a direct variation, ratio of dependent variable to independent variable is always a constant. Is always constant, right? X is independent, y is dependent. That is also a definition of direct variation, correct? Let's check it out. Now first case, 8 is y value, 4 is x value. So what is 8 over x? 8 over 4. So 8 over 4 equals to 2. Perfect. How about 6 over 3? 6 over 3 equals to 2. Great. How about 4 over 2? 4 over 2 is also 2. You see it is constant. We say in our case y over x, actually y over x equals to 2, or we can say here y equals to 2 times x. Do you see the constant value of 2? Therefore, this is a direct variation. Now let's look into this graph and let's have few points here. These are the good points. Now here, what is the value here? 6 and this point is 5, right? So let me write this point. 6 is for x and y is 5, correct. How about this? 4 and 4. 4 and 4, correct. Both are straight lines, right? 2 and this is 3. Okay, this is 2 and 3. Now let's check the ratio of y over x in this case, right? So here, y is 5, 5 over 6 we get. 5 over 6 for point, 1 point. For the other point, it is 4 over 4. And how about the third point? It is 3 over 2. 4 over 4. And, okay. So, oh, I wrote this wrong. Y over x. 6 over 5 is correct. Y is 5 and x is 6. Correct. 3 over 2. Okay. So now what we see is this value is less than 1, right? This value is 1 and this value is more than 1. The ratio is not the same. Do you see that? The ratio is changing. That is why this is not a direct variation. Whereas here the ratio is same 2, and therefore it is a direct variation. So we can also explain from the ratio. Remember, ratio of independent variable to dependent variable should be constant. Only then the variation can be a direct variation, as we discussed in question 1. Okay, remember that. Thank you.